Hi, let's talk about controversial topics. Vegan and pro-life. Let's talk about differences, compare and contrast. First, what does it mean to be vegan? I would say it means simply leaving animals alone. That's it. You're leaving animals alone. What does it mean to be pro-life? Well, for most, I would say it's just to be anti-abortion. Now, do want to make a disclaimer. I've had 0 abortions in my life. 0. Kind of hard. So I don't know if my opinion really matters much on this subject as a male. But I will say, when discussing and debating these topics with thousands of pro-life or anti-abortion people, I've had very similar storylines. Now, again, I've had 0 abortions. Now, they kill, torture, and abuse animals daily. Now, they might say they're just animals. Well, sentient creatures all suffer the same. And many are mammals, some with 99% DNA as us. So we shouldn't just write them off that easily. That's very disrespectful. And suffering is suffering. Now, once I offered to dozens and dozens and dozens on popular pages and such, pro-lifers, I'll make a deal with you. I'll find 1,000 vegans to never abort. You find 1,000 pro-lifers to go vegan. Thinking win-win situation. 0, again, is the same number of abortions I've had. 0 took me up on the offer. So, when they have to do something, it seems like they're less committed to their cause when you ask them to do something. And again, I consider vegan just simply leaving animals alone. Whereas pro-life is more, you're not doing anything, but you're expecting a woman to carry for 9 months after conception. Now, so they didn't take me up on the win-win offer. I've offered it to dozens and hundreds on many pages and social issues, as well as pro-life, anti-abortion, when they bring it up on animal pages and such. Now, the other thing I tried to strike compromise and find common ground on, which I thought would be very easy as well, was let's offer free birth control for all. Now, I'm a libertarian, but free birth control has shown in Colorado to lower termination rates 40%. And it also saves taxpayers billions of dollars in future welfare and other costs. Saves money, lowers termination rates almost in half. Win-win. They did not take me up on the offer in promoting this. I said, let's work on promoting this and advocating for this. No! What the hell? Oh, religion is the problem. Logic and religion do not mix. But politics are supposed to be based on logic. If you put your religion before, and you're a politician, before millions of people, you are in the wrong profession. You should be a priest instead of an activist politician, a religious activist politician. So they're against free birth control. Even I said, well, use my taxes for it instead of military or whatever. Bloated military budget. Nope. So, they're not willing to compromise in any which way. I said I'll find 1,000 vegans to never abort. I will work with you on promoting free birth control. Saves money, saves termination rates. No and no. Next, the free birth control helps with this. Human overpopulation crisis. Yes, it is a crisis. We have endangered species, threatened species, polluted waters, deforestation of tons of species habitats, pollution like oil spills, as we saw with BP, overfishing, where there's dead zones. Now we have sick fish farms after we use trawler nets and rape the oceans. We have fish farming, like sick factory farms where they debeak birds, drug them, stuff them in tiny cages by the tens of thousands. They dehorn, burn, or brand, castrate, tail and ear dock, live transport in all weather, freezing cold or scorching hot, long distance, sometimes with no water even. Some freeze to death or dehydrate to death en route. But living in a tiny cage, castrating, debeaking, tail and ear docking, drugging, and just abusing, and that's all before the slaughter. And most are responsible for 37 land animals per year, mostly birds. But a pig a year, which is smarter than your dog and suffers the same. They only wish they could be aborted. I wish they were aborted. Like we had to do with our stray cat that we adopted. Because pets are overpopulated too. Yes, I care about people and pets. So don't say I'm comparing them. No, I'm comparing the facts. I served in the Peace Corps for humanitarian issues, and vegan, or simply leaving animals alone, is the best thing you can do for people. Yeah, I help more people than when I served in the Peace Corps by simply leaving animals alone. Not only do I save 37 land animals per year from lifelong suffering and torture of sentient lives, but it helps our healthcare system drastically, helps our environment drastically, and saves tons of food by preventing food waste. Yes, it takes 16 pounds of our crops fed to a force-bred raped animal for just 1 pound of meat in return. 16 pounds for 1 pound. That's massive food waste and world hunger you're talking about right there. So vegan is a solution to so many horrible problems. So that is a difference. The difference is vegans want you to simply leave animals alone. Pro-lifers or anti-abortion expect you to carry for 9 months and say you cannot simply remove what you want from your body, even a pea-sized unformed fetus, after conception. You can't remove it. Now, to claim that you want small government in that is a little hypocritical. But let's talk about the next topic. Funding. Lots of calls to defund Planned Parenthood. Again, some people will say use my taxes then. And the Hyde Amendment of 1978, I believe, forbids any funds from going towards abortions. But they called it to fund them. So once I compared, well, I am fine with not using taxpayer dollars for such services, just like socialist public schools, when I can go without health care. Yes, childless people pay thousands and thousands of dollars for socialist public schools when we can go without health care. Huge child tax credits, daycare write-offs, and many, many other benefits totaling over $350,000 per kid at childless and gays' expense. The gays who they hate. But the funding. I want to talk about the funding. Animal agriculture is heavily subsidized. As I said, it takes 16 pounds of crops for just 1 pound of meat for a force-bred animal or raped. So why is it so cheap? Because the USDA Farm Bill subsidizes it. So I said to him, yes, I will agree with you if you call to help defund animal ag. How dare you compare the two? I'm talking about funding. Wake up. Stop being a hypocrite. Let's be consistent. And again, some people will say then use my taxes, but that's fine. But I'm trying to be consistent here. The other thing is actually helping the causes rather than just attacking. Now, there's 450,000 kids and teenagers in the foster care system, nearly 500,000 in the USA, that are free and easy to adopt. Yes, if you actually tried and cared, free and easy. I've been through the process, so I probably help your cause more than you by promoting free birth control as well. I bring this up to them, and they don't care. I say, why don't you share this information, like the free birth control and such? Nope, silence. You're part of the problem then. 500,000 kids and teens in the foster care. It'd be like a vegan not adopting their pet and going to a breeder. Free and easy, as I said. I've been through the process. Again, I served in the Peace Corps, so don't play that I care more about animals than people. I maybe care about more than cruel people or animal abusers. Again, why should vegans want more people to be born so we can just destroy every living species on this planet, and we're also jeopardizing future human generations. Again, deforestation, overfishing, factory farms, pollution. So we have smog-filled highways like China, much more. Think about it. Why would we want more people born if they're just going to go on to terrorize animals? Now I'm all about sentient life and not having suffering. That's my priority, suffering. So I hope you'll simply leave animals alone. Look up a factory farm video of what you pay people to do for you. Again, I've had 0 abortions. You kill daily. Who's the hypocrite here? Support free birth control. Speak up about it. Free birth control saves your conception or your abortion or termination rates and saves taxpayers tons of money. Use my taxes for free birth control. The poor, if they can't afford birth control, they can't afford a kid, and I don't want to pay welfare, socialist public schools for more, and much more. So, speak up and be consistent and not hypocrites. Really be pro-life. I challenge you to really be pro-life. Thank you.